with another video. Let's do some DIY stuff. I got this scooter at a yard sale, $30. It's a $250 scooter. So, problem is, no go. What could be the problem? Batteries. Alright, in this video, we're going to be putting new batteries in this Razor scooter. I've never done this before. I've replaced batteries in a Razor dirt bike. I'm guessing the process is going to be basically the same, and I want you guys to go on this DIY journey with me so we can get this scooter up and running for the kiddos. So, looking at it, looks pretty simple. Batteries should be under here. Got to get this top off, and we're going to start there. So, to start, what are we going to need? Well, you have some Phillips screws on the top of here. I'm going to go ahead and pull my phone off here. I'm going to show you that. Okay, top of the scooter. You have 2 Phillips screws here. You have actually a couple Allen screws right here. And then you have 4 more Phillips screws. I think all those are going to have to come off in order to access the battery compartment. So we're going to get busy taking those off. First, I'm going to tell you the tools that I'm going to be using. I have a drill. You don't have to have a drill if you don't want to. You could just use screwdrivers and some basic Allen wrenches, but this makes it a little bit faster. So I've got Allen on here. And I've got my Phillips bit to go in my drill. Like I say, you can just use screwdriver if you want. I've got some needle nose because I basically use needle nose almost every time I do anything. I have wire strippers that have a crimp section on it because I'm going to be using that to hopefully crimp on the new wire connectors. And when we get to that, I'll show you what I'll be using that for. And I've got my brand new batteries that I ordered off of the amazing Amazon. Also, I have a pack of, I actually picked these up at Walmart, a pack of electrical connectors and some heat shrink to go over the electrical connectors when I get this done. All right, guys, let's get started. Hold on, I'm making a video. I noticed on a second ago, I noticed that these Allen screws actually have nuts on the back side of them.
Hi! Hi too! That's my
And so you're gonna have to have some, something to hold those nuts on the back of there so they don't spin. Hold on just a second, okay? Daddy's doing a video.
Okay.
And so that's where these needle nose are going to come in. Those little nuts on the back of these screws are tiny, so these will work. You wouldn't normally use needle nose to do this, but I have them here and they should work. We'll see. And it did work. I'll show you what I was talking about. Little bitty nut that was on the back of that screw. Voila, there we go. We got to the batteries. So that was a pretty easy process. So now what we've got to do, we got to figure out how to get these batteries out of here and get the new ones in. Most important part with this is you want to make sure that the electrical connections stay the same from the old batteries to the new batteries. The way I typically do this is I take a picture of how it is originally wired up. So if after I get these batteries out, I'm putting in my new ones, I can't remember, I can go back to that picture and check it out. So first, looks like there's a metal bar that goes across here holding these batteries down in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that bar off. There we go. And so here are the batteries. I'm going to see if I can pull them up out of here. Okay. There's one. Here's the other one. Okay. So what you want to do is you can see, you know, you have two 12-volt batteries, which makes this a 24-volt scooter. Okay, and you really want to make sure you know what's going on with the electrical connections, and you wire it back the same way. So I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one battery at a time, and I'm going to wire that battery exactly the same as the previous battery was wired. On these batteries, you have some hot glue covering these electrical connections. Well, when I replaced the batteries on the Razor dirt bike that I have, I actually peeled all of that stuff off there, and I actually ended up soldering the wire onto the new batteries. I'm not going to do that this time, I don't think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to clip this wire off here, and I'm going to try and use just an electrical connector, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and clip this wire. There we go. Okay, so that battery's loose. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this wire back just a little bit. Not real far. Stripping wire is pretty easy if you've never done it. There we go. There we go. That wire stripped back. So now I'm going to bring in one of my new batteries. Got it right here, and I'm going to grab those electrical connectors. All right, got my helper over here. So here we go. I got these electrical connectors. I'm going to show them to you. So they're just these little connectors like this. And what you can do is this blue part, you slide the wire up in this blue end, and you crimp. You use this tool with these crimp connections right here to crimp this down on the wire, okay? And it makes a good connection. Then what you do is you actually just slide this connector up onto the battery, okay? And it should work pretty good. It's going to be a lot easier than soldering like I did on the dirt bike. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to slide these. I'm going to slide this connector up on here, and then I'm going to get my crimpers, and I'm going to get them on here like this, and I'm just going to squeeze down on that. And make sure that connection is really good and tight. Okay, so there you go. There's the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Okay, got that up on there. Now I'm going to crimp it. There we go. There we go. That's on there. So now I'm going to take this battery, and it's color coded. So you see you have red is your positive. You've got your red wire, so you're going to hook it up to there. So that's connected. That's connected. So now we've got one battery in, so now we just have to do the other one.
She loves her baby stuff. She's playing with it right now. Over there.
And go ahead and strip these wires. Got those wires stripped. Gonna crimp on my connectors onto these wires. Are you excited to ride this thing?
Oh yeah, I am 7 years old, guys. I turned 7 July 12th, and today is October 12th. So, quite a while ago, but that's when my birthday is.
Alright, so we got the new connectors on. Now I'm going to connect it to the battery. There we go. Looks good. And the best thing I could do is probably put some hot glue over these connectors. I don't have any on me right now, so I may come back and do that later, but I just want to check and see if these work. I'm not sure if these batteries are charged from the factory or not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually flip on my power switch down here, see if it lights up. It does. And so now I'm actually going to pick up the rear and see. Oh, so looks like the batteries fixed the issue. So that is totally awesome. So I'm going to get the top back on this thing. We're going to take it for a spin. I don't know how much charge the batteries have. I'm sure we're going to have to do a full charge. But it looks like the batteries did it. So that is awesome. I got this thing for $30 at a yard sale. I paid about $35 for these batteries. And so I've got a brand new scooter. They told me the thing had never even been ridden. They bought it, stuck it in a garage. The kid they bought it for just wasn't interested in it. So it sat in the garage, and that's probably how the batteries just ended up dying. But for $65, I got a $250 scooter. Super easy fix. So if you guys have this problem, you see how easy it is. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these batteries back in here, and I'll show you guys how it works.
Hey everyone, I'm going to ride the electric scooter. Make sure you always have tennis shoes on when you ride this, because if you wear anything other than these, you'll get tons of scrapes on your feet. And you also have to wear a helmet, because basically you almost every time fall. So
Safety first, y'all.
yeah.
All right. So here we go. Batteries in. They're not super charged, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens.
I'm ready, Dad.
Go for it. There you have it, guys. New batteries. Awesome, easy DIY fix. Get it done, you guys. I'll talk to you next time.